Hello, welcome back to Auction Spy. This is the channel where we appraise properties going to auction, and we try and come up with different strategies for interesting properties or properties of interest, and we see what works and what doesn't work. And in some cases we go back to look at what the eventual purchaser paid for the property and work backwards from that amount to see which strategy the person would have picked, if it matches ours or not. So today I'll be looking at a property in Peterborough. I don't think I've appraised anything in Peterborough before. This one's a mixed-use property. I find the mixed-use properties quite interesting because there seems to be a lot more you can do. So here you've got this Ben's TV thing, Rodkins, and you've got residential on the upper floors, and then you've got commercial down here. So just looking at it quickly, I'm sure there are things you can see straight away that you could do. You could convert it back into two separate dwellings, two separate semis. You could potentially convert to apartments, all subject to planning permission, obviously. If you look at the rear, there seems to be quite a bit of room, so you can extend backwards. And without visiting, you can't really tell. This looks like looks like some sort of medical establishment or something like that. Don't know what it is. This is something to investigate. But if we look at the text that came with it, the legal documents are not accessible from this site. It's accessible from the auctioneer's website, which is Bernard Marcus. So their spiel says that it's highlighting some of the things I've mentioned already. So it seems like it will be, what anyone looking at this property would do. So it says the remainder of the property is currently dedicated to residential accommodation. A spacious ground floor living and 6 bedrooms to the first and second floor, and a self-contained studio apartment to the rear of 219. So bear in mind this is both 217 and 219. The property currently offers a commercial shop/unit to the ground floor of 217. Produces £500 per month. They've been trading successfully for years. So that statement suggests the tenants may want to carry on staying. £500 a month for a shop in Peterborough. Don't know if that's good or not. Be interesting to see what the internals look like. The other important thing to recall is the price, $390,000. Sounds a lot, but again, we shall have a look and see if the figures stack. So if we were to extend this, let's see if there's any size information details. So EPC floor area is 333,391 square feet. That could probably work out to about let's say 300 square meters. So straight away you can almost see it as 6 one-bed flats, without thinking of the communal space and stuff like that. So 6 flats. It's possible. If you extend the ground floor, probably wouldn't be able to get a flat upstairs in the loft. Let's see, what does it look like from these pictures? Just trying to see what next door looks like. I think you've got solar panels there. So that might limit what you can do, because it depending on what agreement they have with the people that put the solar panels on. You may not be able to touch these, and you may be restricted actually. So that's something to get your solicitor to investigate. I like the fact you've got these trees. Gives it a bit of a foreign feel, but it doesn't look too bad. If we just go on the guesses, so straight conversion, I don't think you'd want to let it out as is. If it's got 6 bedrooms on the first floor and the top floor, then that suggests it's a HMO. It doesn't look great in terms of the rooms, the HMO rooms. We see So I don't know if HMO is the best use of the space, but we can look at some legal documents. So I registered with Barnard Marcus so that I could get access to the legal docs. Got here water search, special conditions. So the special conditions don't really contain anything too onerous. It's just the usual stuff. So this is it here. So you pay the seller's cost for doing searches, and that's fairly common. And if you don't complete, there's a fee, 4% above Barclays Bank base rate, and £200 for the notification that needs to be sent. So that's standard. What else is there? Let's see. Yeah, and it's get your solicitor to review these things. We just look at these very quickly on this channel. It's nowhere near as comprehensive as what a solicitor would do. What's that? Okay, it's taking a while to download. Right. Okay, so is the seller aware of any boundary feature having been moved? Okay, what's the original property so purchased in that? Okay, fine. So no disputes, no notices, single story rear extension, erection of garage store, 217. Okay, this looks alright. Has a long lease of the roof or airspace been granted? Yeah, so that's for the solar panel stuff. Okay, so it hasn't been granted. Long lease of solar panels owned outright. Yes, okay, so that's good. Planning permission enclosed. What's that for the alterations? It's quite good. They provided quite a lot of information up front. It's always refreshing seeing that. Okay. So what's this 5-year warranty? Boilers at 217. Okay. Right. Okay. It has a flood risk being prepared. Yes. No. Flood risk report. No. Yeah. PC. He's not laid. No. So drive on 217. Forecourt parking for one car at 219. Quite impressed with this amount of information, to be honest. Usually they just say don't know. Seller find out, or buyer should find out for themselves. Okay, central heating occupies. Does the seller live at the property now? Does anyone else say no? Okay, no. Okay, so it seems the rooms upstairs are empty, but the commercial probably still is. It's always a good thing when they've provided this much information, because that shows the seller is confident about the product they're bringing to market, and may suggest they've got nothing to hide. Maybe. Will the sale price be sufficient to pay all mortgages and charges secured on the property? There's no mortgage. Ooh, nice. Okay. Right, so in that case, let's go back and do our appraisal. I think everything I've seen looks okay. Nothing jumps out at me. We're not going to go through every single legal document. Again, get your solicitor to review it and provide feedback. Okay, so let's start appraising. So the two strategies I'm likely to look at for this would be converting to 2 semis and creating 4 or 5 or 6 flats. one bed flats, and we'll see what that generates. So let's add new appraisal. What's the postcode? PE13EH. So PE13EH. Let's go. So that's 217 to 219. What was it? 390. Yeah, 390. Do I have mixed use? Yeah, I do. Auction. Okay, so let's submit for appraisal. Let's go. Right, we're going to do a conversion to semis. Whatever. That came to about 300. We're not going to do a create a screen. Okay, actually let's do a create a scheme. Let's see what that comes back with. So it's come about 5 units. Okay, not great. Select that. So our maximum offer is 53,000. If we did 5 units, it has a GDV of 478. Okay, let's see what it's factored in. So 5 1-beds. Let's increase the screen real estate here. So 95,000 sale price. Really? Okay. That is interesting. Okay, let's see what properties sell for in the area. Alright, okay, so you've got an average of 96,000 and a top price of 250 for all properties in the area, not just flats. So for something that's 50 square meters, you're looking at 95,000. Okay. If we change that to 100,000, yeah, but it seems like a low value area, to be fair. Would it cost us 200 grand to around 20,000 to do the works? Maybe. Okay, so that doesn't look that great. Let's see Rightmove, what Rightmove gives us. The PE13EH. PE13EH. Let's see. Okay, just looking at all properties. I see quarter of a mile. 280 for a 2-bed detached bungalow. 230 for semi. Okay. Land 60 grand. So 2-bed flat. It's 118,000. Okay. So perhaps it's not so. Okay. All right, so 100 grand seems about right. So this wouldn't work as a conversion, sadly. Not a conversion to flats anyway. So that would not work. Let's go back to our appraisals, do another conversion. Okay, last one's 2 semis, wasn't it? Let's go back to semis 2.0. Just get that project duration. Just apply project duration, and that tends to be enough to get you to the next page. So here I'm going to do 2 semi-detached houses. Let's say 3 bedrooms. Okay, that's a fairly large semi. Just leave that there. 450,000. No, it's not going to cost that. Let's use that. 150,000 to do works. Let's get price of properties in the area, sale prices. Let's get the sale prices. Okay. 330,000. Okay. So this 337,000 is for prices on the market currently for this size of property. 337,000. But for sold prices, you got 287. So there's something happening there. All right, so let's go. If we do 300k, still doesn't work. Even if we went ahead and chose 337,000, still won't work. Okay, so let's go greedy. Okay, so you'd have to sell for 460,000 in Peterborough. I doubt you'd be able to sell it for that. So let's be prudent and use sold prices because that's been achieved. Average is 287. Our product will be better than average. So let's say give it a 50 grand premium. We'll go for 320,000. Do that. So the maximum you should offer for this opportunity is 227,000 if you're going to do a conversion to 2 semis. So that doesn't work either. What else can we do with this property then? HMO, maybe? Let's try HMO. Let's see what that gives us. That should give us quite a few rooms. Let's go back to appraisals. We do HMO. Okay, let's see. 300 square meters again. Create a scheme for me. 17 units. What? Oh, the offer amount is still low. Okay, so this splits up the units into the entire building. So 300 would be for the whole building, I imagine. So you're talking 17. Let's see. Let's go for this 12 unit one. It seems to be have the highest offer. Okay. Oh, it's minus. So single room en suite and 8 double en suite. It's quite disappointing. Okay, so with this appraisal, so there's a 30% developer's profit in here. It's still negative because of the cost of doing the work, so the refurbishment and everything. Would it cost 450,000 to do the works? I doubt it. That seems like the price for a new build. This would be a conversion, so more reasonably would be something around that. So about 127,000. It's still coming down to the same amount, like 250,000. Let's see, room rates. 476. Double room, double en suite is 498, and that's what's been used. Yeah. Even if you said 500, it's not much more. Let's say 525 comes up somewhat, and this one's single room en suite. Assuming everyone's right, and because of COVID, everybody now wants their own space. Single room en suite, that's made at 450. Still just comes up to 280,000. So 280,000 for HMO, 17 units. Oh, sorry, 12 units. So this takes out 15% for communal space. You'd need planning permission, obviously, for this. So we've looked at 3 strategies: HMO, convert into 2 semis, and convert into flats. The figures do not stack, I'm afraid, and I cannot see anything to suggest otherwise. I'm afraid, in as much as the property looks amazing and fantastic, it would not work, not unless the sale price sells for a lot lower than 390,000, in my humble opinion. Now, if each house is 280,000 there, that's 560. You purchase for 390, let's say 400k. So 560 less 400k is 160, and you deduct all your costs, stamp duty, disposals and everything. You'd see that there isn't really much left in the project for your profit, and that's what this tool helps us decide and determine quite quickly. So on that note, I'm afraid this doesn't work. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Happy investing. If you have any comments, please do leave them on the page. If you've got any questions, if I've made any mistakes, do let me know. I'm quite happy to learn. And until next time, happy investing.